Could this be the start of a breakthrough? What does this win against the Cincinnati Bengals mean for the Jets? Aaron Glenn said all season long that they just need one. All we need is that one game, and then the breakthrough begins. Could this be the beginning of something special for the Jets football team? Now, hear me out, because when you get a taste of victory, a team like the New York Jets that's been starving and desperate for winning all season, now they get into the bye. They get to let that win marinate. They get to go into the film room and watch a football game that they played after winning. They got the taste of victory now. Aaron Glenn understands what it means to win. The players understand what it means to win. This is a long season. The Jets are 1-7. There's 9 games left. No, I am not expecting the Jets to go on a run and make a playoff berth. But what this could mean is that we're going to see, hopefully, the Jets break through that disastrous first few weeks of the season, because we've had weeks where signs of encouragement. Week 1 against the Steelers, should have won that game, didn't. Stuff happened. Even against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Jets fought back, took the lead, miracle win. No, we couldn't get the stop. We could not get that big defensive stop to win the game. Well, yesterday against the Bengals, they got those stops. The defense, as bad as they were yesterday, they got the stops when they needed to the most. That's what winning teams do. They play their best brand of football in the biggest moments. That is massive, folks. I can't stress that enough. The defense gave up 38 points. But when you needed to stop, Will McDonald came through with a 3rd down sack in the 4th quarter to give the offense an opportunity to go take the lead. On 4th and 9, Jarvis Brownlee Jr., brand new New York Jet that Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn handpicked from the Tennessee Titans, traded him to the Jets, got him here, and he's out there making winning football plays. That is massive. And to have an offense that was able to come from behind the way that they did, they showed resiliency, they showed heart, tenacity, a sense of belief. And I think that now, all it took, like the Detroit Lions with Dan Campbell, they were 0-11-1. They got one win, and all of a sudden, they got a new feeling in them. They start off the season next year 1-7, but then they won some games at the end of that season. And obviously, the Jets story is not the Lions story. Zach Taylor for the Bengals, he started 0-11 as a head coach. Kyle Shanahan started 0-whatever. Sometimes it takes, and I said all offseason, man, this is going to get ugly before it gets pretty, bro. I really genuinely believe that. I believed that this season was going to be about adversity, all about struggle early on, because Aaron Glenn is trying to rip apart the overall mindset of this football team, and he's learning on the fly. You can't sit back and passively learn. This team is learning through experience, learning through the negativity, feeling out the media, feeling out the external noise, going out there every single week and struggling on the football field. Can we give Aaron Glenn credit for something? Because the penalties were down yesterday. Discipline was there. They did not turn the ball over. And they ran the heck of the football. You talk about a formula to win? That's how you do that. The New York Jets outscored one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. Joe Flacco came to the Bengals and brought them new life. Yes, it's not Joe Burrow here, but they got the best receiver in the NFL, Jamar Chase, a great number 2 in T. Higgins, a running back that is playing really good football, Chase Brown, and this defense was able to stop them in the clutch. So Aaron Glenn's got to do a little bit. Obviously, one win's not going to do anything. If we finish off the season 1-16 and we look like trash the rest of the year, different story. But for Aaron Glenn to get his first win of the season, I'm just wondering, could this be the moment that things start to shift for the Jets? Do they have a new level of confidence? They're going to get healthier after the bye. They're going to have Sauce back. They're going to have Garrett back, which are, our 2 best players, the 2 faces of the organization we didn't even have in this win. Now with Garrett Wilson and Sauce coming back, what's that going to do? So I really do think that the identity and the type of football that Aaron Glenn is trying to build here, I respect that he is not wavering. He's not pressing to try to go out there and just fight for, winning in ways that's not his way. He wants to build his version of this football team. Aaron Glenn is building something his way, his brand, grit. And he's not going to take shortcuts. And some Jets fans want him to take shortcuts and go win right now and, show something. And he's trying. He's doing his best. But I got so much respect for Aaron Glenn, dude. I really do. Because I'm someone that believes that when you struggle, when you're at adverse times, and you keep the hope and you keep the faith and you keep believing in genuinely what you're trying to do here, it's going to break through eventually. And Aaron Glenn's doing that. And we have some fans that were just trying to bury this guy and throw him off to the curb. And again, it's one game. He has not proved anything yet. But I'm not letting go of the rope. I'm giving him at least a full season. I mean, I'm definitely going to give him 2 because he's not going anywhere. And if you're a Jets fan and that pains you, that breaks your heart, that a guy in Aaron Glenn that became a Jets head coach because he wanted to be here, he's got Jets in his blood, he's going to get more than a year. And he deserves that. 100%. No doubt about it. And it does not guarantee that he is going to be great. But he deserves his chance. And the way he's building this football team, he is going to strip this down to its bare bones and build a new, fresh identity. That's what he's trying to do. He's doing it on the fly, bro. The guy's had one offseason to build this team his way, and he is 8 games in to coaching up this football team, learning how to be a head coach, learning how to figure things out in proper situations, when to go for it. You know what Aaron Glenn did that I didn't even bring up yet that needs to be talked about that is absolutely massive? He passed the 8-point test. I mean, analytics, forward thinking, aggressiveness. I didn't know. This was something I was very excited to see heading into the season about Aaron Glenn. What type of head coach is he when we're heading into, down by 8 points and he passed the test? And some people might be wondering, what are you talking about? Aaron Glenn, when you're down by 8 points in the fourth quarter by scoring a touchdown and you're down by 8, analytics tell you if you go for 2, you cut it to a 6-point game, then you have a chance to win. Aaron Glenn coached his team yesterday, not scared. He coached his team to win. And he had an interesting quote yesterday. He said, you have to learn not to lose before you can learn how to win consistently. And I like that. I really did. Because I'll be honest, there was a lot of times early in the season where you could tell this Jets football team is scared from a coaching perspective. They're not aggressive. They're coaching to not to lose. Well, today, I felt a shift, a killer mentality. That's what this team needs. I love the Jets going for it for that 2-point conversion. Because when the Jets were down by 8 points after scoring that touchdown, you can either kick the field goal and then you're down by 7, and then a touchdown will either tie it or you go for 2 then. But he wanted to put his foot on the gas. He tasted an opportunity to steal a win in Cincinnati, and they go for it for 2. And how about Justin Fields, man? That 2-point conversion that he converted was flawless. What a play from Justin. Extending the play, pump faking, juking somebody out, bringing down Fields to the ground. Fields slings it to Isaiah Davis. Isaiah Davis makes the grab. He just got through. And then they get the 2-point conversion, make it a 6-point game. And that 2-point conversion won the game, basically. The defense gets their stop. The Jets get their opportunity to get the ball back on offense. They go down the field. They score a touchdown to take the lead. Breece Hall throws it up to Mason Taylor for the touchdown. Are you kidding me? What a way to get the lead. That shows me the type of coach he is, man. He is trying to... That was an experiment, bro. That was an experiment that Aaron Glenn completely passed. Because I did not know Aaron Glenn had that in him. I did not know that he had that version of being aggressive on those opportunities. Even them going for it on 4th down earlier in the game, I didn't like the play call, but they bounced back from it. That's all you can ask for. On that 4th and 1, when Justin Fields checked it to a toss, I hated that. But I think Aaron Glenn ripped into Tanner Engstrand after that, and it was a different version of the Jets. So really big shout out to Aaron Glenn. He's using all of his pieces. He's coaching up these guys. They're fighting for him. They're believing in him. So many guys stepped up. Isaiah Davis, running back 2, 50-plus yard run down the right sideline. Key blocks, big time. Mason Taylor, first touchdown of his young career. Big time catch on 3rd and 2 at the goal line. Jeremy Ruckert, huge catch. One of, if not the biggest play of the game. 4th and 1. Do you guys remember that 4th and 1 play to Jeremy Ruckert? I don't know if you guys remember, but somebody posted this on X. Tanner Engstrand, that play call where Fields found Jeremy Ruckert on the left side, that was the same play call that the Detroit Lions beat the Jets a few years back with Ben Johnson and Tanner Engstrand. Where on 4th and 1, the Lions had the same play call, threw it to the tight end, and he went down the sideline and scored a touchdown on the Jets years ago. So many players made big impacts in this game. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., game-winning pass deflection. So good stuff, man. The tight end position stepped up on National Tight Ends Day. Let's do it. I'm so fired up for this team. I'm so happy. Could this be the breakthrough? You know me. I'll be rooting for that. I'll be rooting for that, man. Because this team needs to learn how to win. They need to learn how to win. And I really do believe them going out there and winning the way that they did showed you the type of football team that Aaron Glenn's trying to build here. Because they fought back. Like they easily could have sat on their hands when they were down and said, oh, another game and we're going to be 0-8. Like they did not give up. They kept fighting. The offense scored a touchdown, and the defense just let the Bengals march down the field and score. And right there, I think every Jets fan kind of felt like, yeah, bro, this is just ridiculous. When our offense is great, our defense sucks, and vice versa. When are we ever going to get a collective game? And we did not have a great game from the defense, but the defense stepped up finally. And without the defense stepping up in the clutch, the Jets don't win this game. Without Will McDonald getting that sack on 3rd down, without the Jets getting that 4th down stop, the Jets do not win. But they stepped up in big moments. And that could really do something. So now the Jets are going into the trade deadline with a lot of interesting decisions to make. A lot of interesting decisions to make, man. Want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for always being the proud sponsor of the channel. You guys, if you did not check them out by now, I don't know what you're waiting for. You guys get a free $20 when you sign up, when you make your account by using the code JETS. The link is at the top of the chat. Make sure you guys do that. $20 for free when you immediately sign up. And you get a 100% match up to $100 by using the code JETS. That is on Sleeper. So make sure you guys go check out Sleeper. They are the proud sponsor of the channel.